I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat. I gotta I gotta
Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Pop that
all night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. I gotta hit the beat, beat. I gotta hit the beat, beat.
You drop this. Yeah. Like they're bringing anything to the table. Bro, I'm not your son, see I'm able. I do my own bits. Limited edition, no some missing classic shit. I know that you're feeling it. Feel mad, cold nights feel heavy. Same place, going in the heart of the city. Nitty gritty feels iffy and the eyes feel shifty. The shit we're in, yo, it's all mad risky.
All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin. All night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls, bullshit dripping off the chin.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Promo Observer. I'm Dr. Quack, and we've got a big jam-packed, action show here for you. But first, let me bring on my co-hosts. Let me bring them on. First, let me bring on the man himself, Bones.
Yo, how's everybody doing? Didn't know I'd be first.
See, you were number one on this. Oh, my God. And we also got A-List Alverson.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Well, how you doing? I think you got visual, but I can hear you.
More like Gray List Alverson.
Jeez. And we've also got Bobby Miller, the Iceman.
What's good? What is good, everybody?
Oh, look,
The BWO championship. The BWO championship is here.
All right. There we go. We got that all settled. I like seeing that belt. But yeah, Happy New Year, everybody. How was y'all's New Year?
Great so far. Can't complain.
I'm broke. I'm still trying to recover from Christmas. Birthday. 4 birthdays and Christmas. Still recovering.
I'm broke, bitch.
There we go. A-List, you still with us? Oh, Okay, well, let's talk about the big thing that's been going on around the promo world since New Year's Day. Oh, here we go. Look, see, what is this promo panel show? But yeah, the big thing that's been going on, this top 10 list. Oh my God, has people been going off on that? Bones, I want to start with you. How do you feel about this list?
I feel like anybody on this list should be happy to be on this list. Because I've only heard of probably 5 of the 10 people on this, 5 of the 10 companies on this list I've even heard the name of. So they should appreciate the fact that they even exist to me. I expected BWO to be like 9th or 10th as one of the guys at BWO as well as Bobby Miller. I expected BWO to be like 9th or 10th on this list. So like we're ecstatic. We was gonna be happy just being mentioned, to be honest, but we didn't know we even had that much reach. I see HSP at the top, and I hear a lot of good things about HSP. So I mean, I get it. And then the whole thing is like this entire world of promo is like a huge, large circle, regardless of this top 10. So I think I guess it worked out well. You can't really put too much weight on it because it's everybody's opinions. I would only be mad if you didn't have me on your list specifically. And by you, I mean anyone in person. But I mean, if you made the list, you should be glad that enough people know who you are to put you on the list, regardless.
Yeah, I feel like the list was made by a bunch of different promoters out here, and it's nothing more than an opinion, nothing more, nothing less. But it's good to see the ones that are mentioned. It's good to see BWO mentioned. I participate in WGP and Foundation as well. It's good to see them mentioned. And for anybody who's on that list that I didn't know about, I will have my eyes on them now because they're on that list now. I feel like I knew the majority of those federations personally on that list, but like one
While
or
people
two.
have his eye on you, I will still not watch your show. I'm maxed out. I mean, I'm maxed out. I got the amount of shows I watch now, the amount of shows I can't watch. But I'm glad y'all exist. Yeah, no vagabonds in all 10 of these places.
Shout out Vagabond, man. One of the hardest working men in promo.
Most definitely. A-list, you got anything to add on this?
Well, yeah, this whole list just screams conflict of interest. From the fact that HSP ranked number 1 by over 100 points, and the fact that the scoring mechanisms, number 1 gets 25 points, while number 10 gets 1 point. I mean, talk about bias and just weighted wrongly. This is complete horse shit. That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, definitely. I just want to say congratulations to everybody who got out there and who got nominated and who wanted their names off the list and who wanted to keep their names on, and everybody out there that made this. It was great. I was definitely very proud of everybody. I mean, I just went to various people that were promoters, bookers, and analysts as well. You know, that's pretty much where it was. Now, who knows? Maybe we'll do a promo artist list where every promo artist in the world can vote on it, and then that'll be great complication. You want to try to figure that one out, right?
Oh, we really should do that. And I can't wait to see people mad about things that we have no control over. I speak from public service announcement. Zoom in on my face from the heart of us all here at the Promo Observer. We don't give a fuck.
We don't. I mean, I was happy HSP got number 1, but there's been many of lists.
Yeah, I wonder
why. But there's been many a list that was made. Elite Marks has made lists for years, and we've been like 7 and 5 and 4. And I'm just like, cool, we got on the list. I'm like, all right, that's fine with me.
And then you started asking different people, and then the things worked out better for you. I know how this works.
If you ask
you got to ask the right people the right questions, and then score it the right way. Whatever you want the result to be will happen. I've seen it throughout my entire life.
Yes. I mean, it's just all about asking people their opinions, and that's all it was. This was an opinion paste. I've heard Elite Marks is going to have their list out of the top 50 promo artists. That's going to be out there. So God knows there's going to be great debate over that shit. You know, it just happens.
I expect to be 51 on that list.
God damn, Bo.
I mean, I don't know who I am.
Yeah, but let's get down into this, since we've talked about that enough. Now we can move on, and people can retort to that if they want to. They'll come out. But yeah, the Foundation WGP draft, day one. There you go. A-List, how do you feel about day one? Was there any big surprises there for you?
Here's what I'm going to say in full transparency. As someone who was ineligible for the draft, I paid no attention to how it rolled out. Now, looking at the final tallies, I will say things got very competitive on the top half, and then on the bottom end, we managed to find people to put on the list. Day one went as I expected, more or less.
Bobby?
Well, I liked how day one ended up. Obviously, I was somebody's first round draft pick, so
Yes, you were.
you know, of course, I'm happy about that. But I looked at the list, and um, people went about where I thought they would go in the top half. There were some surprises. Some people that went, like one or two people that went on day two in Foundation that I would have expected to go on day one. But Hunter Matthews always has to pull a surprise. So it is what it is. I think WGP did a pretty good job on their end. Again, a person or two that I feel like should have went day one, then went day two, like early day two. But for the most part, it went mostly how I would have expected it to go.
Bones?
It went the complete opposite of how I would expect it to go. I don't care that they told me that it was gonna. I don't care they told me that they were gonna pick better this time. I go off of past results, and I expected WGP to shit the bed all over again. When I got drafted to WGP, I was like, I'm fucked, because the rest of the way they finished, like number 4 is about to be goddamn AJ Storm or something. But to my surprise, this shit even. And there's a lot of filler in there once you get to the later part of the list, like people who just got added just to be added or whatever. But I feel like if anything, WGP has showed us that everybody has value. They showed us that last time. Although that value don't mean shit when you get to the end and you got to go against the other side. But I mean, like, as far as building your show up, everybody has value. WGP has maximized that and showed that as proof. So I guess the question now is more along the lines of, like, as far as who did better, it's more for me along the lines of who is actually going to keep doing promos. 'Cause, like, did somebody already quit? Did we already lose one?
Yeah, we got one that
Number 19 in the draft, Luke, already out in like 30 minutes. He was like Coach Mayo in the Patriots, gone.
My thing about WGP and why I think WGP lost is because of 2 picks. 2 early back-to-back picks. I think they're back-to-back. But Tyler Drummond,
Tyler Tyler.
and dang, what's that dude name with the neck beard? TK3. Tyler Drummond, TK3. Back-to-back pick, who I do not believe will be here after Valentine's Day.
God,
And that my opinion on that has absolutely nothing to do with their talent. But my best friend Tyler, my best white friend, my whitest best friend, one of those, whichever way you want to put it, he's gonna get extremely frustrated at some point and quit doing promos everywhere. At some point, it happens every 3 to 6 months. Gonna happen. Then we got TK3, who's gonna eventually do exactly what Bray Wyatt did in the past for a while. Then he's gonna do his match. He's gonna have that match. He's gonna lose that match, and he's gonna quit because he's not good at this anymore. Those 2 things will happen, and because those 2 things will happen, WGP wasted 2 high draft picks. They could have let Foundation take them. Let Foundation take them and take that L. Don't take that risk. I wouldn't have taken that risk. That's high risk, and the reward is not nearly as high as the risk.
Bones,
Like me, when they drafted Bones,
Drop dead.
when they
Well,
drafted
we all
Bones,
have
Bones was a very high risk, high reward too. Because of what I'm going through story wise, you don't know if I'm going to be shitty for the next 6 months or not. I'll tell you I'm not, but like they don't know that, but they know the reward side of it is that I could actually come out of this shit and be Bones again. High risk, high reward. But at best, you're getting the mid card.
It's really though, because Drunk Bones was winning.
He was winning,
time,
but
so
he wasn't who you wanted to. He wasn't who you wanted your main event to be though. Like that's not what you want. You want that was a great, solid mid card entertainment thing. Thank you. But you don't want that. I wouldn't want that to be the top of the card. I wouldn't want that guy to win the championship. If you put me in the match, I'm going to win it. But I personally, as the booker, wouldn't want to book that guy as a champion.
Now, here you go. I got to ask this because there's day one. AEP got drafted at 7. Do you think that's about right?
High. I feel like and I love AEP. I'm an AEP guy. But I feel like that first 10 guys, there should be enough people where that first 10 guys are straight main event talent. At least the lower end of main event talents. I think AEP is at best, and I feel like AEP is capped out at this point. What we have is what we're getting from AEP. There will never be any improvement.
I love AEP, man, but like that was still a first nighter, man. You looking at both sides, you still had Wallace, you still had Buckshot, you still had Dante Black.
Yeah,
You had Heath since he got drafted. I mean, you got people that probably based just on their weight alone that probably would have went over AEP. But I get it, and I'm happy for him because that's my guy.
Yeah, at the very least, there's guys who would be good propping up the main event, like Dante Black.
Yeah, and then you look at the number 7 on the other side, Knighton.
Who?
I don't know much about him, which is why I didn't mention him or anything. I've heard of his name. I don't know much about him. I feel like A-List and Quack would know more about him than I do.
You know about Knighton A-List?
Knighton Thompson is actually quite a wild card. He is very capable. Knighton Thompson. yeah. Quite a wild card. Quite
I don't know say his name again. Is Knighton?
Knighton Thompson.
Like is that like that's a real name?
Like Night Kings with 10 at the end. Knighton.
Like he was
Like
a knight of night?
Yes, that's how it's spelled.
Like he was knighting.
Right.
Right, he was Knighton. Yeah,
So
Knighton.
is his title knighting?
Listen, he used to be Doc Thompson in the previous existence. I don't know Doc Thompson.
I don't, but that's better. Knighting is better.
All right.
So
In any case, very capable, very inconsistent.
inconsistent how? Please expound on that because I don't know who he is.
If Foundation wants to push him because he was a big deal in Elite Marks 3, 4, 5 years ago, so the people that were very familiar with his work over there are more likely to want to deal with him in some kind of capacity. If he is used correctly, he can do things very well. He actually Doc Thompson and who was that other guy's name? I'm losing myself here. Doc Quack, do you remember? You remember the feud?
Oh, with him and CPG?
Nope. It was in Foundation. I'm sure Haywood's in the room. He can tell me. Grimes.
Yeah.
It was Grimes. Doc Thompson.
Yeah,
and
Grimes. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
They had quite the back and forth that made for some good television. If they can get that kind of performance out of Knighton moving forward, he's good to have on the show.
Yeah, I think he was a solid pick. I think he's a little high on that, but yeah, I mean, him and Haywood, they have worked well together in the past. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. I'm going to tell you though, night 2, this was the guy that shocked me, and you probably have seen him a little bit. Petty Pretty Pearson over there.
Petty Pretty Pearson. It took me a while to realize who that was. Once he got in the chat, I'm like, okay, I know this guy. I didn't know that he was the one running the gimmick.
Y'all just making
Well,
that
let's go.
point. Who?
Petty Pretty Pearson.
Oh yeah. If you haven't seen
It's
him,
real.
So like I peeped the game by having his name as a tongue twister. He automatically set his opponent up to stutter.
That's a good
Smart move.
That's actually pretty bold maneuvering. I think that
Right.
he has the most upside of anybody on the draft. I mean, he got picked low enough. He might be the Tom Brady of the draft this year.
I mean, he got a gimmick that could be entertaining and that could kind of be hard to beat depending
What's the
on
gimmick?
who he goes against. He's like pretty flamboyant guy.
That sounds dope. I remember there was a super gay dude before, and I was like, man, his gimmick would be awesome. and then like fell off. I don't know who that was.
When I first saw
I
it,
have no idea what you're talking about.
I really did. I was like, who is this guy?
Man, he is rocking.
Sure, you're not talking about Tyler Drummond and Drake.
With the Aviators. He is gonna. He wants to embrace it and go for it. He has got everybody on the hook.
I can't wait to watch these guys and actually form an opinion.
Now, here you go. I got another couple names here because you got Heathen, who just got put back in the mix, WGP Hall of Famer, now coming over to WGP. But then you got the man who had the Level Up contract, who left WGP and is now in Foundation, Blunt Rowe.
What do they do with that?
Say what?
Like,
I guess it's a wild card.
Do they transfer that to Foundation? Do they just let him do whatever he wants to do? I'm interested in seeing that they actually make some good story out of this. Now they could just drop the ball and he just cashes in. And that would be whack to me if he just cashed in.
I feel like since he was holding up that Level Up contract, he probably should have been locked into WGP.
No, you didn't leave. You got drafted. That's my fault. Wrong wording, sir.
But yeah, I would have kept him on. I would have had him locked in on WGP since he holds a briefcase for WGP. I would have had him ineligible. But nonetheless, they made him eligible and they gave an opportunity for Foundation to pick him up.
I like the shock of it all. I can say that much. I wasn't expecting him. I wasn't expecting him to be drafted at all. So I didn't even think he would be. I thought he was automatically WGP.
Personally, I wish Heathen was drafted to Foundation because in other leagues I was robbed of 2 matches versus Heathen, and I want that match. You heard it here. I want that match. I was robbed of those 2 matches. But
on the flip side of that, I'm glad he's in WGP because I have a good idea of what I want to do if I ever face him. I've always had a good idea of what I want to do against Heathen.
It's always hate the Heathen season, right, A-List?
Heathen is very good at getting attention on himself for the wrong reason. Yes.
Well, it's right for me for once.
I ain't got nothing against Heathen though. I just wanted that match.
What Trevor just said, having him take the title of the Foundation and making us come and get it back. That would be dope. I mean, he got the win.
Hey. Yeah. Definitely. Another name that I felt like was, I guess it would be on night. Was that night 2 or night 3 when Foundation drafted old Grumpy Grizzly Bear?
Yeah, and this is going to be interesting because I've seen Grumpy Grizzly Bear for a long time. And
really?
Of course, yes, I've known him.
Where is he promoted at?
Mainly Elite Marks.
Okay.
He's been in Foundation before, but that was for like a short term. And this is where it's going to get dicey. I don't know. Sometimes he does like to pack up his suitcase and head home when he doesn't get his way. That does happen out there. I'm not bullshitting, but I do love the character. I love how it's got the vertical. Everybody's like, landscape. No, man, this guy's a straight up vertical. It's his gimmick. It is comical, but we're going to see what he does. I'm curious.
It's so low. He would pick so low. I think that's a good pick, personally.
I
think that's the time you take that risk.
I got to break the wall just for a second here. Grumpy Grizzly Bear has to be in vertical because he is a Snapchat filter.
Yes.
There's no other way to do that. There's no getting around that. So y'all just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah, he was at his gimmick. He was great comedy. You know, I mean, he's had some good victories. We're going to see what he does, though, here. I'm curious.
I'm gonna have to go into Elite Marks and use that search filter real quick and see this guy in action because I was stumped when I saw that.
Don't touch his Charmin. Oh yeah, don't touch his Charmin. Yes.
Don't touch the Charmin. That's funny. Also, shout out to Mama Purge that got picked up at 14. Shout out to Troy Mason, former BWO guy that got picked up at 15 in WGP. He has potential.
Shout out to me and Trevor being on the same brand again.
Yeah.
Bones and Trevor again.
I mean, here you go. Let me ask this now. From
maybe they'll see Exalted in WGP one day.
I don't know about that, but something got to happen.
Look,
we got to do something in promo versus, in my opinion.
This for you, Bobby. Look, search Jesus Revival and Elite Marks.
Jesus Revival and Elite Marks. Got you.
There you go.
Let me make a note of that.
Bobby, the only person who take notes, man. It's me and Show.
Because I'm going to forget.
But yeah, we got a few more in here. Now, out of those top 10, like on either side, is there anybody that stands out to you that makes you go, okay, this guy could win like the mid-card title, win a world title?
In the top 10?
Yeah, outside the top 10, like 10 down.
Oh, outside the top 10.
Yeah, 10 down. Anybody stands out to you?
I mean,
AJ Davis, Alpha.
Yeah. He's been proving a lot lately.
You think that Alpha's going to take a foundation title?
He could take the Blueprint title. He beat Vagabond already over back at home. He can do it again over here.
Yep.
do I think he could take it? Yes. Do I think he will take it? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
I feel like
Hey, look,
anybody
right
can
there.
win. A broken clock gets is right 2 times a day.
Appreciate that, old school.
100% talent. Top pick in foundation.
Appreciate that, old school.
I don't know if I
We
would
just-
pick
we
Bobby
just-
as the top pick, but like, cool. Like if there was a mistake made somewhere, probably Bobby as the top pick. Like Bobby used all his juice.
I think I had it
Fuck
like,
you.
but the top 3 guys all got chosen all in the same route. So
You know who I would pick if I was foundation or WGP? Low key with like my last pick, Rambo.
yeah,
I would waste my last pick to guarantee that I would get Rambo whenever he decides to come back.
God, I
If
can't.
he ever decides to come back. We miss you, Rambo.
I feel like
I know he be watching. I feel like he still be watching for
I feel like there's
reasons.
no way
We
he's gone
been-
for 6 months.
Who's the steal of the draft, Haywood? I think I'm going to guess who you're saying. Is this Jay the Ace? Is this who you're guessing? Because that's who I feel might be the steal of the draft.
It's hard for me to call him a steal when he's so high, though.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he didn't come in till very late. Not many people knew about him.
I'll say Hunter Matthews did his homework.
Yeah, that's
Hunter Matthews 100% did his homework.
no, he didn't.
Now, see, Hunter Matthews doesn't understand the concept of running a draft. When you have someone that's a damn secret that the other guy ain't going to pick, you don't have to put him first. You know what I mean? Jay the Ace could have gone in 15, 16 as far as I'm concerned because he wasn't deemed to be in the pool unless they had a long laundry list of draft eligible individuals that they had to pick from. I don't know the schematics of it, but I'm just saying, if you're going to pull somebody from out your ass, don't pull them out first, right?
Yeah. 100% agree with that.
True.
That's why I was drafting Rambo at 52.
There you go.
Look, no other GM.
Yep, 1,000%. I'm going to say, if no other GM knew, I'm going to say 1,000% Jay the Ace was a bust of a pick. Because you could have picked him, 67.
Fair point there. You know, I think he's definitely a contender for the title. I would say that.
I think Jay the Ace, and I'll go on record here, is the best bang for your buck promo artist out there. Because every Jay the Ace promo is Jay the Ace's best promo for him. Like he's bringing his best promo every single time he makes the promo. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna keep it. If you put me up against Super Swamp Donkey, you're gonna get about 80% bones. I'm saving my best stuff when I go against the Bobby Miller, when I go against A-List. You know, that's when I'm actually sweating and like trying. Jay the Ace is trying every fucking time. So that's why I say Jay the Ace. Like as far as anybody you could get, I would say Jay the Ace is number one because every time you get Jay the Ace trying his hardest. You don't get that with you don't get that with any other top guy.
And he's
This is the
high.
one I get tired of right here. Black Plague coming in here at number 13. I think that is the biggest reach. I don't know how he made this draft. I don't know what WGP was thinking, but man, tell this guy to get rid of his voice changer, please.
Black Plague is going Black Plague. He's consistent. He has his place, I guess. He shows up when he got the promo.
I need people to squash as I transition back to a main event talent. So
What do we got here? Yeah. Oh, problem is Jay isn't actually trying. That's Don Krypton. That's the champ. Man,
Where's it? Where's
Who
Don
did,
Chris on the champ at? Foundation?
what's that?
Where's Don Chris on the champ at? Foundation?
He is, yeah. He's world champ.
You want to talk about
Um,
boring? You want to talk about a boring title run?
I'll go with that. Yeah, it needs different tiers. But here, we forgot. Look, who was number 3 last year in the draft? He got
right, number
drafted.
17.
Bill Chance Young over there, Ryan Mayhem.
From 3 to 17.
That's what we need to
I
talk about.
thought we put that behind us.
He at 17 though.
He's at 17 for WGP.
He
Yes.
was still drafted too high. We can get bodies from anywhere.
He got
There
drafted
are
over
people.
King
There are people on intersections right now. You can give $1 to have to be a squash match to Bones. That's all I'm saying. If you just need somebody for Bones and squash, you can go on the interstate right now to an underpass, hand somebody $1, tell them to talk for 3 minutes nonsensically.
You know who you forgot to mention, though, Bones? You mentioned that Tyler Drummond and TK3 may or may not be here by Valentine's Day, but Foundation did pick CPG.
Yes,
Oh,
there's another one.
CPG is a horrible pick. CPG is not CPG. This is what's gonna happen. I'll break it down for you exactly what's gonna happen with CPG. You're gonna book him in a match. He's gonna tell you he recorded his promo. He has to go to the pub to upload it. It's gonna take 5 days before you hear from him again, and then you're gonna cancel that match. What a waste of a pick. I don't think that of all the picks that were wasted, CPG is the worst pick because he will not perform.
Yeah, I want y'all to answer this. Whoever wants to start with this one. This is asked by somebody who's trying to join, I think.
I would. My first piece of advice is to watch the product first and foremost. So when you get in, you know who you're facing. You know what stuff to say. You know how to, you know how to jab at folks. The hardest people to beat are newcomers that actually watch the product because they got all the information on you and know what to say about you and know how to counter you. But you, as a promo artist, don't know what to say about the new guy that came out of nowhere.
I'll double down on another reason why watching the product works. Bobby Miller here, the BWO champion. The first promo Bobby Miller ever cut was the most garbage, trash promo of all time. But nobody heard from Bobby Miller again for like a year. Bobby was judging promos and just watching people, and then came out fucking amazing out of nowhere. Because he just sat back and watched and learned how to do it and like jump straight to the top. It was like night and day. So I just scout and learn is what I say. Just pick up, steal people flow like Bobby did.
Shut up. And nobody can ever find that first promo. If anybody finds that first promo, that's an automatic win.
But it'll always be here. It'll always be here.
Yeah. And Mr. Haywood and Mr. Wallace and Dan and everybody else in charge, this guy's wanting to join. You might want to reach out to him.
Come over to BXT, we'll train you.
Huh?
I mean,
come over to BXT, we'll train, we'll get you right over in BXT.
That gentleman,
BXT is hiring. Send a message to Bobby Miller after this. That's BO2B's Y Miller.
BO2B's Y. Really? Who says it like that?
That's about to be your sign off now. You know it came out smooth.
So
another person that I have no idea about personally is Justice Vigilante. Who anybody know anything about that guy?
what happened?
Something about
I said,
something.
Justice Vigilante, the 21st pick for WGP. Y'all know anything about that guy?
I do not have a clue. I don't know who exactly that is.
Now, why did WGP get a 21st pick?
I think because they lost in the whole battle there.
I don't know. I thought that too.
I mean,
it balanced out once Loop left anyway, so it is what it is.
Yeah, there you go. Because, Loop was an excellent pick. That's what came up there. Yes, we talked about Loop. Loop lasting less than an hour. Good God. Yes, might be the worst draft pick, but hey, It's all right. It's all good. Let's see who else we got here. One other one I want to talk about: Phoenix Fury, this newcomer.
Little Buckshot.
That's the
Little Buckshot.
Lethal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Let's just take some words that I know mean something excellent and put them together. Lethal Alchemist, Phoenix Fury. None of that fits. It's not a singular transitional thing. You know what I mean? It's like me calling myself Phenomenal Pancake Launchpad.
Launchpad was one of my favorite characters on Darkwing Duck, though.
He had something different though. So we'll see how it pans out now. He fleshes it out, but it's different.
Always a good start.
Yeah, it is. On a positive note.
I think this
But
kid
also,
might actually be better.
you know those Kobe's, those Adidas Kobe's, the ugly ones, they were something different.
They were something different. I know exactly which ones you're talking about. But speaking of different, Neekman has another different name, I see. We went from Neekman to Harlem, Florida to Super T now.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know what that's about.
He had a different name before that. I'm gonna have to, guys. I'm gonna end up leaving this feed early because I don't know. It's like a storm outside right now. I can't hear over the leaves.
Oh shit!
Which is crazy because I mean, it just got to be fall here in Mississippi. Like our leaves literally just out the tree like this month. Fucking leaves everywhere. But if I leave in the middle of the spring, that's why.
Ryan Mayhem got drafted over him. I'm shocked on that. I'm sorry. That just blows my mind.
Well, I need to know more about Super T. Is this like Super Mr. T, Super Booker T, Super Ice T? What is?
You know what? All the T's are pretty legendary.
Legend, and nobody with T sucks except
Right.
for Big T.
There's Big T. Did you say Big T?
I said Big T.
Big.
That's the bad T. It's Super T.
Leave it alone, man.
Oh God. All right. Well, here, let's wrap this up here since Bones, you got the floor here. You go ahead and give your final thoughts on all this.
I even heard you ask me because my son can't tell me the wind was opening the door. Close the door. Get off my screen.
Said give your final thoughts on what you think about it.
All this, anything else you want to talk about?
Outside of the fact that we wasted picks on Tyler Drummond and TK3, I feel like WGP. If we just went by purely what the roster looked like, without like taking into injuries, you turn the injuries off. That's the best way I can say it. You turn the injuries off and play. I think WGP got the best roster, but unfortunately, we can't do that. And I think by March, that Foundation will be way better than WGP's roster. That shows not necessarily, and I think by the time we get to the end, I don't know which way it can go when it's matched up. When you actually putting this person versus this person, and you actually book Bones in the final showdown, I don't know which way to go. So this time, I'm actually excited to see who's lined up against who, and I'm excited to see which way to go. Last time I was not so much because I knew it was going to be a bloodbath the entire way. From the time we saw the draft, we knew it would be a bloodbath. So this time, at least, there's something to look forward to. To look forward to who actually can win this. Because those stars we gave the entire way before, we always knew they didn't matter because if they were going to get to the end, Foundation is going to take all the stars anyway. So this time, everything feels like it has more weight. Gravitas. I like the word gravitas.
And that's how you know it's more balanced now, because I actually got something to argue with Bones against because I disagree with him. And I think Foundation has the best roster from top to bottom if you really look at it. And also if you add in who's the current champions as well in the mix, I like Foundation roster a little bit better than WGP roster.
All right, time out. Who's the current champions?
For us, you got Don Krypton, Vagabond, and A-List Alverson over here. And then for WGP, you have Founding Father, Sean Puff. And then Franklin Benjamin is FTW champion. I guess he still floats.
Now, see, that kind of jumps into what I was going to say, because I feel like things are going to be more competitive on Foundation, whereas we'll see a lot more movement in the hierarchy on WGP. So more dynamic stuff going on. I think it's going to be a bigger cash grab for good spots in WGP, whereas Foundation, it's going to be some harder hitting stuff going on.
WGP only got 2 championships.
Yeah, to my knowledge.
Oh, so they were cheated from the go.
Well, they got a 21st pick, so that evens it out.
Maybe that's why they got a 21st pick then.
Nah, they got robbed on that one. Nah, they better come up with another title just so they can get a third keeper for next time. WGP needs a third keeper. You know what?
I was just trying to short me. Oh, look, now you're trying.
I'm trying to short you. How I'm trying to short you? What I do? I ain't trying to short Trev.
I'm gonna create my own title in WGP for y'all. I'm gonna make one. I'm gonna make a story where I make my own title when I get done being drunk.
Smart thinking.
I'm going to make my bold prediction here. My bold prediction: AT is going to be world champion in WGP before this 6 months ends.
Why'd you go to that door? I love you.
Huh?
I love y'all.
I love you too, man.
That's what I thought.
Fuck Bobby.
All right. Well, I think that's about it. Anybody got anything?
I'm good, man. I just want to see how it plays out.
Me too, man. It's going to be a good one to watch. Make sure you tune in this Sunday to Sunday Night Fury over in WGP next Sunday. And of course,
hold on, time out. What is Sunday Night Fury?
Yeah, wow.
That is the new show.
While you were hungover.
Oh, that's new. That's WGP new show. No more Wild Out Wednesday.
Yes.
They always messing up stuff that I have a good schedule with. Y'all expect me to watch all these shows and grade them.
Oh shit. Yeah, no more WoW over here. No more WoW. This is now Sunday Night Fury coming up on Sunday nights in WGP. And of course, you got Blueprint over on Foundation on Fridays at 6. So make sure you check those out. Plus the PLEs. I'm Dr. Quack. Thank you both.
If you watch BWO, vote on the Blammies. The Blammies are coming.
Yes, Blammies are coming as well. BWO, make sure you watch all that. Check out all the great promo action in the world. And don't be crying over no lists. I'm Dr. Quack, and I'm out.
He did.